Good morning, beautiful people. How are you this morning? I hope you're well. Welcome to Mel's Morning Musings. When you wake, does your mind immediately start filling with all sorts of thoughts, like you've switched on a tap? They can come pouring in. I do a lot of work at this time in my mind, and if that starts, I have strategies for either immediately saying positive affirmations or thinking about things that I'm grateful for, and it just helps switch the switch. But this morning when I woke, I immediately, the song Bob Marley, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Apologies for the singing. But that just came in my mind so strongly, and it really brought a smile to my face. And it's been like one of those, what do they call them, like an earworm going round and round. And it's going to be my mantra for a while, because I had to go and pick up my doggy's ashes, Bosco's ashes. And then that's what you get. And it got me thinking that we can either focus on the ashes, can't we? I talked about the phoenix the other day, and we can either focus on the ashes and what we've lost and what's gone. But actually, then that's all you focus on is the ashes, and that's then all you've got. But what I found myself doing is remembering him and his funny ways. And he was so unique. And he went about life doing exactly what he seemed to want to do. I think having him on the lead restricted him a bit, because I think he would have just gone off and had his adventures and come home when he wanted to. But he was a happy little dog that just, we found it really hard. You couldn't train him. He was a very, very independent soul. And that song, I feel, really fitted him. He just didn't seem to worry about a thing. He would not get anxious. He would just roll with the punches, whatever was happening with his day. But if he didn't want to do that, he might resist a bit and then he'd go and have a sleep. But he inspires me, and now I feel him around me and remembering and looking at photos, and every so often a memory just floods into my mind and I can almost feel him sort of nudging me in the back of the leg. When he got older, he would scratch at the back of my leg in the kitchen because he always wanted food. And that's how I knew he was ready to go, because he didn't want to eat anymore. And he was a boy that was led by his stomach, but it inspired me that he always asked for what he wanted. And I thought, do we do that enough? What strategies do we use to get what we want? Do we use passive-aggressive ways of getting what we want? Or do we directly ask? And I think he inspires me to just ask for what he wants. And I found myself also thinking today about, it might not be something that you believe in, but I use different oracle cards in my work, and I do work with the tarot. And two cards I pulled this morning was the Queen of Cups and Justice. And what immediately came to mind, the words that inspired me, was kindness and fairness. And I wrote an article for the newspaper at the beginning of April entitled, "How Do We Wish to Be Remembered?" And I feel that is very, very important now. And as I remember Bosco and how he was, not how he is, where he's gone, and he's running free. And I thought, how do we want to be remembered? And I think more than ever now, the need for understanding, balance, being kind to people even if they're not that being kind to us, and being fair to others and to ourselves. And I think if we can just move forward today, I'm going to think those words again and again. Being kind, and am I being kind and am I being fair? And Bob Marley will ring in my ears, I think, all day today. So I think I will be singing that for anyone that happens to be around. I apologise. So don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. And I know we might feel not like that, but I find that just by singing it, it lifts me. And I always remember I used to find I did feel better if I'd hurt myself as a little girl and my mum would just say, don't worry, it's going to be okay. And it seems a bit trite, but for some reason that really just was enough, was all I needed to go, okay, and it would put me in a positive mood. So thank you for that song this morning, and I wish you all a very beautiful day.